So today I'm going to be reviewing the Lenovo Tab Extreme, and you might be wondering, is this tablet worth buying? After all, it came out about a year ago, and it's a very large tablet. It's a 14.5-inch tablet. So is it worth buying when we already have the Tab S9 Ultra and the Tab S8 Ultra here? Well, I'm going to let you know my full thoughts in this review. So with all that being said, let's get right into it, and let's talk about the Lenovo Tab Extreme. So a lot of us, when we're looking for a good tablet, we don't want to spend $1,000, and I completely understand that point of view. And if that's you, you might not be the person to buy this tablet. This tablet is for those people who want the best that Android has to offer. It does retail at $949, and if you want the keyboard and you want the precision pin to come with it, you're going to have to spend $1,099, and that is a lot of money. I completely get that. But this tablet right here, it's a very good comparison, or it's a very similar device to something like the Tab S9 Ultra. And that device does retail for $1,200, and normally you have to buy the keyboard separately. And when you do that, you're going to be around $1,500 for your tablet, or $1,550, and that is extremely expensive. But if you go with a tablet like this, you could get a really good keyboard with it, a really nice pen, and it's not going to be as good as the Tab S9 Ultra with everything, but it's still one of the most premium tablets you could buy, and I do think, especially if you see it on sale, it might be worth picking up depending on who you are. And I do think that does start off with the accessories, or one of the biggest reasons why you would consider this tablet is the keyboard case and this precision pen right here. Because the keyboard case, if you look at it, this is going to be very similar to Apple's Magic Keyboard. And we don't really have a lot of keyboards that are similar to this in the Android space, but this case is one piece altogether. It magnetizes to the back of the tablet, and you get a few different viewing angles, of course, depending on how you're using the screen. And it's really, really nice. But the problem with it, or one of the negatives, is there's not a lot of protection on the tablet if you are wanting to protect it. Of course, if you do close the tablet with the keyboard case attached, yes, it will protect the screen. But the back part right here is not protected by your keyboard case. So if you are wanting to protect the top of your device, if you're wanting to protect the sides of your device, remember that you're not going to protect everything with this keyboard case. Yes, it protects the sides a little bit, but not very much. And it won't protect this top part at all, since the keyboard case does cut off right here at these pins. Now, they do have a unique option for you if you do get the keyboard case. They have this part right here that magnetizes to the back, and it fits right here in the hole in the keyboard case, but that does allow you to have a kickstand on your tablet if you do want to take it off of your keyboard case. And once again, that is awesome, but you don't have any protection on your device. If you get something like Samsung's keyboard case, at least you would have the whole back of your tablet protected if you did take it away from the keyboard. But the benefit of having a keyboard case like this, I'm telling you, this keyboard case has amazing travel on the keys. I love it. In fact, I would say this is the best typing experience that I've had on any Android tablet keyboard. I think this is tremendous. And I love how if you're charging the pen, by the way, you still charge it in the back, but you also have a place to store the pen on the bottom of the tablet case here. So I do like how the typing experience is so premium. In fact, that does really make this stand apart from something like a Tab S9 Ultra. So if you are looking for a large tablet on Android with a tremendous typing experience, and if you want to keep your keyboard connected most of the time, I really think that that's going to differentiate this tablet from the Tab S8 Ultra or the Tab S9 Ultra, because this keyboard cover is actually very, very sturdy. It's very, very premium, and that does add a little bit of weight to it compared to some other keyboard covers out there. But at the same time, it just makes a better experience with more travel on the keys. And that really does help to set this keyboard cover apart. And the trackpad is not perfect, but it's nice to have that little touchpad there, of course. And the precision pen, it's a very good pen. This does have a 120 hertz display, so this pen is going to work great. Now, the tip on the pen, I will say, it's a little bit harder than you're going to find in something like the Galaxy Tab lineup. So it really depends on the person as far as which writing experience you're going to prefer. But I think a lot of people are going to love the feel of this pen. It does feel very nice in the hands. It feels like you are drawing just normal. So I do love the accessory experience in particular, and I do think it's very subjective. I think some people will prefer a detachable device, but some people are going to prefer to have a little more travel on the keys, and they might prefer the Magic Keyboard-like device here. It's not the same as the Magic Keyboard, but it does feel pretty close, and it does feel super, super awesome. Now, when you look at the tablet itself, you are gonna see a very nice design, very, very premium, exactly what you would expect from a tablet like this. You do get an SD card slot here. You do get 2 speakers on each side of the tablet, and on this side, on the left side of the tablet, you do have a power button that is also a fingerprint reader. On the right side of the tablet, you're going to have 2 USB-C ports, and that is very unique because you only get 1 USB-C port on the Galaxy Tab lineup, so it's nice to get an extra port here. And the one thing I really did notice about this tablet, it's big, right? It is a 14.5-inch tablet, but it does just feel very, very lightweight. It's surprising how lightweight it feels, and I think it's just the distribution of the weight. Even though it is going to weigh a little more than some other smaller tablets out there, it feels a lot lighter, but you still get a really large screen. And the other thing I love about this tablet is the display. So whenever you're buying a tablet, I get a lot of people want a laptop instead, but tablets really have nice displays for the money. They're not as focused at having gaming performance like with huge video cards in their devices. I get you could buy a gaming laptop for $1,000, but you wouldn't get a lightweight device with such a gorgeous looking OLED display. It's 120 Hz with a really nice resolution, and it's a 16:10 aspect ratio. It's also a 3000 by 1876 resolution. It's such a good display, and it's so good for entertainment. And when I look at how good it is and compare it to other tablets, I don't know if it's the best display on a tablet. I don't think it's quite as good as the Tab S9 Ultra, but it's so close that I just can't tell. I love the aspect ratio. It's 16:10, so that does give me a little bit more room vertically if I do want to get some good productive work done. So gorgeous display, really, really good accessories, very nice looking design, very good large device that's going to be great to use on Android. It does come with Android 13, and it also comes with a Dimensity 9000 and 12 gigabytes of RAM. So how good is that? How good is the performance here? Well, it's not quite as good as something like a Tab S9 Ultra, but it's pretty close. Like, I would say it's 80% of the performance you get on the Tab S9 Ultra. And your average person, when you are going from task to task, when you are moving around, moving from app to app, I don't think you're going to notice much of a difference between this and the Tab S9 Ultra. The real difference is going to come in if you do major stuff. Like if you are video editing 4K footage or something, or if you are gaming on the very highest levels, then yes, you might notice just a little bit of a difference between this and the Tab S9 Ultra. In that case, I would say the Tab S9 Ultra might be a little better for you. And if you are opening up a bunch of apps in the background and switching between them, I don't think you're going to notice any significant difference between this and a Tab S9 Ultra. But the performance is a little bit worse, and that is one of the minor compromises you're going to see on this tablet. But it does have a larger battery compared to the Tab S9 Ultra. It's a 12,300 milliamp battery, and that's a really nice battery size, and this does have very good battery life. I don't want to give a number as far as how many hours, but it's still very good, like around 8, 9, 10 hours, depending on what you're doing. But it's going to vary on the person, and if you're gaming on super high settings all day, of course, the battery life will be much worse. Now, one thing that's not quite as good as Samsung, in my opinion, and in some ways it's better, is the software. Like, I love the skin, I love the UI and how the software looks. I actually prefer the software look on this over Samsung. I just like how it looks a little more like Google software. That is just my personal taste as far as looks. But when you look at actual performance in the software, I think a lot of people are going to prefer Samsung's version of software because they are a little bit better with software updates. Now, Lenovo has upped their game. They have promised 3 operating system updates on this tablet and 4 years of security updates. But Lenovo is typically a little bit slower with their updates compared to Samsung. If you do want this tablet, the software experience is a little bit different than Samsung. It still works great. I haven't noticed any significant software bugs, but the animations just feel a little bit slower. And when I look at something like Samsung DeX, that is a laptop-like environment that Samsung tablets have, and it allows you to multitask and you can open up several small windows. So basically, you turn your little tablet into a mini laptop. It won't run a bunch of Windows programs unless they're on the Google Play Store, of course, but still, it's really cool that Samsung does that. So one thing I like with Samsung DeX is that you could have two separate instances of Google Chrome running at the same time. Not just two tabs, but two actual separate instances of it. Well, when you look at this Lenovo, it can't do that, but it does have a software that is very similar to Samsung DeX. It does allow you to multitask and open up multiple things and have different windows that can be resized and everything like that. So I do like how we have that option here. A lot of tablets don't have a software mode like that, but again, I would say it's a step below Samsung, and I do think it is a minor compromise. Now on the back of the tablet, we have two cameras, just like the Tab S9 Ultra. On the front, we only get one. So if you really want two cameras on the front, that might be a minor disappointment to you. But when I look at everything this tablet does provide, I'm very, very impressed. It actually has more charging speeds than you get on a Tab S9 Ultra. This charges at 68 watts, which is a very fast charging speed, and you only get 45 watts of charging speed from a Tab S9 Ultra. This also has a second USB-C port, which is a really nice thing to see. And I think what really helps this tablet to stand out, it's not the screen. Like the screen between this and the Tab S9 Ultra, it's gonna be fairly similar overall. If you look at the performance, I think the performance is better on the Tab S9 Ultra, but not by too much. I think the thing that really differentiates this tablet over the Tab S9 Ultra, it's going to be this keyboard case. If you really want to use your device with a keyboard case, if you want to leave it connected to the keyboard, if you want it to be more of a laptop-like experience where you always leave your keyboard cover connected, that is really where this tablet is going to shine. It's got a gorgeous screen, and you could really find a unique value. So if you're someone out there who wants a gorgeous display, you want a really nice experience, but you also want to save a little bit of money. Remember, if we're looking at retail prices, I understand sale prices may change things, but if you look at the retail price of the Tab S9 Ultra and you add in the keyboard case cost, you're looking around $1,500 compared to this tablet and the keyboard case and the pen, and you could find that for just over $1,000, like $1,099. And that is a lot of money that you're gonna save, not to mention you're gonna get a great keyboard case. A lot of you are going to prefer this keyboard case over the keyboard case that the Tab S9 Ultra has, and whenever you see all of that, I think this could be a really good value for some people who want an Android tablet for that type of money. But with all that being said, I completely get if you're out there and you're saying, look, $1,000 for a tablet is crazy. And I do understand that there are a lot of great deals that have been out there in the past. If you look at the Tab S8 Ultra, it dipped to around $700 for Black Friday. That is a great deal, right? So a lot of you might just want to buy that. But even then, if you buy the keyboard case, it's going to bring you close to the price of this anyway. So do I recommend this tablet? I would say yes, but it's really recommended to a select audience. If you find the tablet by itself and you find it on sale for like $700 or $600, I would recommend the tablet for that price. I think that's going to be a great price for this tablet. And if you're looking to buy your tablet with a keyboard cover, and if you want to leave that keyboard cover connected and you want a really good typing experience, and if you're looking to save a little bit of money over the Tab S9 Ultra, I would recommend the whole package here. I think the keyboard cover mixed in with this tablet, I think it's a very good purchase. But if you're someone who needs a little more performance on your tablet, if you're someone who needs that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, if you do game on the very highest of settings, or if you want a detachable keyboard, or maybe you even want a little bit more protection on your tablet, that is going to disqualify this tablet from you buying it. So overall, what do I think? I think it's great. I think it's very good for a select group of people. If you want a huge screen, if you want a really nice keyboard case, and if you want to leave it attached, that makes this a direct competitor to the Tab S8 Ultra and the Tab S9 Ultra. And I think this tablet fits that niche very well. And I think a lot of people are going to love it if that's what you're looking for. But there are some minor compromises, but if you're okay with those, you're really gonna love this tablet and this keyboard cover, and I would indeed highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and please leave me a like, leave me a sub. That would mean a ton to me. And also check those links in the description. This tablet, sometimes it does sell out, so check those links to see if it's sold out, and check all the links because sometimes it's sold out in one place and then you find it somewhere else like Best Buy. So check them all and really see if there are some sales. And I really hope you all enjoy yourselves, and I really hope you all have a tremendous week.